Man, oh man. Sometimes I read some of these stories and it just makes me think, how much worse can things get? How much worse are things gonna get before they get better? And of course, things will get better. Don't sit there and think this is the end. Stuff like that. I'm just gonna revert back to my carefree attitude about these things. If you see me kinda like being disattached in some of my videos, don't think that is because I don't care. It's just that if I come off, if I think about it too much and I don't make myself laugh or whatever like that, it hurts. And it truly does. Personally, I'm not happy hearing a story about some black guy killing some white person or a white person killing some Muslim or whatever like this. Loss of life for me is something I would always want to avoid. And I think honestly, when it comes down to a lot of this could be avoided if these criminals understood that they will lose their lives after they commit these crimes. Let's get it. 22-year-old college student fatally shot by career criminal in credit card burglary. A 22-year-old North Carolina college student is dead after a man allegedly broke into her friend's home in South Carolina over the weekend and shot her in the chest after stealing several credit cards. Columbia Police Chief Skip Holbrook described the crime as random and the suspect, 30-year-old Alexander Dickey, as a career criminal during a Monday press conference. Logan Federico, an aspiring teacher from Waxhaw, North Carolina, was visiting her friends in Columbia, South Carolina, and staying at a house on Cypress Street on the evening of May 2nd through the morning of May 3rd. Early on Saturday, Dickey moved a stolen vehicle into the neighborhood and parked the car on Cypress Street, seemingly at random, according to Columbia police. He allegedly broke into one home and stole the keys to another's vehicle and a firearm. He then broke into the home where Federico was staying, police said. So, this is a person who has had time to perfect his craft. This is a person who just this is just me spitballing here. It seems as though they're a hardened criminal at this point. If you're breaking into multiple homes, you're casing out, you're doing all this extra shit. A person who breaks into a house is very sloppy. After they break into a house, they're not breaking into multiple homes. I may play video games in which I enjoy robbing banks and jewelry stores and shit like this, but there's a lot that goes on into that type of thing. And you got to think the mindset of these individuals, again, I'm pretty sure his rap sheet shows that he has been robbing people for quite some time. Let's continue. He allegedly broke into one home and stole the keys to another vehicle and a firearm. He then broke into a home where Federico was staying, police said. There, Dickey allegedly stole several credit cards, saw Federico sleeping in one of the rooms in the house, and fatally shot her. So this piece of shit shot this person who was absolutely no threat to him. Or maybe she woke up. Or maybe she tried to stop him. Who fucking knows? Who cares? In a situation like this, where you are robbing people and you are a career criminal, I say it one more time. Put these monsters down. They won't do it. And again, power without justice is fucking useless. There's no unity without fucking justice. It makes no sense. You want to fix things across the board, that's what you do. The solution is easy. The problem is people don't have the heart to go through with it. And if it does start happening again, where justice is allowed to be just, you're going to have all of these fucking people fighting to stop it and lying and saying all of these things, trying to gaslight people into they're horrible people for wanting to get people like career criminals who are violent, who kill people, like these individuals who are upset at capitalism and all this other stupid shit, shooting CEOs in the back of the head. I don't give a shit how evil they are. And they'll justify it because that's their political opponents. You know that shit doesn't stop, right? You know that cycle doesn't stop, right? First it's their political opponents, then it's anybody who opposes them. Then it's on each other. That cycle never stops. Again, when you do something, you gotta be just for doing it. War is inevitable when it comes down to certain countries. I can understand that. It's one of the evils of the world, but it is necessary sometimes. Sometimes your country has to go to war to defend itself to be a country. But this is completely fucking different. When we get to this point where you have people sitting here and they think that the actions justify, I mean, the ends justify the means, it's a slippery fucking slope. And then they believe that by them being the way that they are, it's their get back, when realistically their whole entire motive was always hate. Let's continue. Holbrook called Federico a true victim. Authorities responded to the residence around 11 a.m., where Federico was pronounced dead from a gunshot wound. The next day, Dickey went on a shopping spree using the stolen credit cards in West Columbia, and the stolen vehicle he was using broke down in Salado County, police said. He allegedly called a tow truck to have the stolen vehicle transported to a residence in Gaston. Authorities began tracking Dickey as a person of interest and responded to the residence in Gaston on May 3rd. He allegedly fled the home when they arrived, and officials spent the remaining of Saturday searching for him. Around 4 p.m. on May 4th, the Gaston resident reported seeing a man later identified as Dickey emerge from the woods and steal a car. So this is, again, he's perfected this. This is his fucking thing. There's no such thing as redeemable. There's no redemption for this person. I don't care if they learn the error of their ways 10, 15, 20 years from now. That's pointless. He's still stealing. He went on a shopping spree after killing this woman. And you want to rehabilitate fucking people like we live in Marvel or DC Comics where heroes don't kill the villains. Like we live in a world where superheroes just exist and can save everyone that they see before them. This is, again, we don't live in this world. We need to be realistic here. This person, this individual person, is a net negative. But you'll keep him on the street. I mean, sorry, you'll arrest him. You'll put him what? You give him life on taxpayer dime or some bullshit like that. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. Or even better, somebody from her family will sit there and say, give this person mercy when he shows none. Give this person mercy. Unlike what he gave our, like the last story I did, man. He drove to the initial Gaston residence law enforcement had responded to the day before and forced his way inside the home. Authorities surrounded the residence and arrested the suspect. Federico's father, Stefan Federico, remembered his daughter during the news conference. She had been working 2 jobs at the time of her death while studying to become a teacher, he said. So she was just a selfless person. My daughter I cherish. She was a strong, fun-loving individual who did not want to do. I'm sorry, she was a strong, loving individual who did what she wanted to do and was spicy. She was the biggest Taylor Swift fan that I've ever seen, he said. She loved and adored kids, children of all ages. Dickey is charged with murders, 2 counts of first-degree burglary, 2 counts of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime, possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, 2 counts of grand larceny of a motor vehicle, 3 counts of financial transaction card theft. Dickey, he's a criminal, Holbrook said. Court records show Dickey was involved in 40 criminal and traffic cases between 2013 and the present. 40 criminal and traffic cases between 2000. He has convictions for breaking and entering, burglary, grand larceny, strong arm robbery, possession of a stolen vehicle, resisting arrest, and more. Again, put him down. That's it. Honestly, I think the streets failed him. And I don't care about his upbringing. I think the streets failed him. You know why? Because as much as we sit there and we talk about how the hood is hard and all of this shit, and it is, individuals, monsters like this, hood justice, honestly, now it kind of makes me wish that he would have hurt somebody in the hood You know why? At least somebody who was somebody in the hood. And somebody who's somebody in the hood, it's not a gangster. It's not a thug. It to explain it again, because I know sometimes I confuse you people. A thug is a low class barbarian. It's a fucking nobody. A gangster can be anybody. Anybody can be gangster. Any race can have gangsters. A gangster could be a loving father. A gangster could be a mother who, or a grandmother who lost their granddaughter and their granddaughter disappeared across the Mexican border. And she goes across the Mexican border hunting and killing all cartel members until she finds a daughter. Those are gangsters. A gangster who came across this individual that did all of this shit should have taken him out. That's how I look at it. I think, I don't know. Man, this shit is crazy. Dickey, he's a criminal, Holbrook said. Court records show. Okay, so he has convictions, of course. His most recent conviction for resisting arrest resulting in a 30-day prison sentence. 30 days? 30 days? He has 40 counts of fucking criminal offenses. 30 days? Our deepest condolences go out to the Federico family and all who loved her. No words can ease the pain of her loss. You sure? What about death? What about death by lethal injection or death by execution? Death by firing squad? None? Again, I'm not an eye for an eye kind of person. I just believe in just justice. Again, if somebody steps on my shoes, I'm not going to try to step back on their shoes. If somebody accidentally kills a family member of mine, I'll be upset, but I don't want them to die if it was an accident. But some people need to be put down. And damn all the people that sit there screaming on the top of their mountaintops talking about that they could have contributed to society later down in line and redeemed themselves. I'm over it. No words can ease the pain of her loss, but we stand with them in support and sorrow, Columbia Police said in a Monday statement. This case highlights the strength of collaboration. We are grateful for the outstanding partnership between the Richland County Coroner's Office, the Lexington County Sheriff's Department, and our City of Columbia team. Because of our joint efforts, a suspect has been identified and apprehended. We remain committed to pursuing justice and supporting Logan's family every step of the way, the department added. Man, realistically, I wonder what would it take to just say fuck all of these far left fucking shithole cities that are very lenient on crime and just say nah. If you got a violent criminal and we catch them and we got their rap sheet, that's it. They're done. We don't care. I think that's what needs to happen at this point. And I don't mean just any fucking body doing something. I mean open and closed type shit. Anyway, my name is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Stay safe, everyone, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.